Hey everyone. So I decided to play through the originals first before going through the remakes, and that's why today we'll be playing Chris on the original Resident Evil. This is from the PC, the original Japanese PC release. This is the fan patch called Rebirth fan patch, which basically makes it look pretty good and run pretty good for modern computers. I think there's still a lot of value in coming back to this game. Even now, you can play it on PS5 and PS4 with the new PlayStation Plus thing. But I'm a little bummed out that Sony didn't make it to where people who already owned it could just download it like it was supposed to be. But that's a problem for another day. Either way, this game still holds up, I think, and this will be a video showing how to get the best ending with Chris in a pretty efficient and fast manner. It'll definitely be under 3 hours, so it'll get all the unlocks. So without further ado, here is the original uncensored opening cutscene.
Resident Evil.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
You haven't found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Joseph!
No! Don't go! Jill, run for that house!
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers, Albert Wesker, Biohazard.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
Alright, here we are, back at the mansion. So, Chris is the subtitled hard mode, mostly because he has less inventory, not as many weapons, and, more enemy placements. So yeah, the developers really don't like Chris. Go here at an angle, we can grab ammo without getting grabbed by the zombie. I'm smashing the confirm button, and then I'm going to press back on the D-pad to try to get away from the zombie's grab before he turns around. Need both of these ammo clips. See, it's pretty close, but it's doable. I need those ammo clips for Chris because, unlike our Jill run, Chris needs to use every weapon we can get.
Wesker? Jill?
What happened to Jill and Wesker?
Pick up Jill's Beretta here. And so Jill has a lockpick which voids one of the keys, but Chris needs to get all the keys, so we're gonna go to up the stairs here first. The little balcony area above the dining hall. Pretty common strategy here to use this statue to protect yourself from the zombie and stab him. Hopefully he'll go down pretty fast. Sometimes he doesn't. The only thing to really worry about is the zombie behind us. Make sure he doesn't have time to catch up. Okay, he's down now. You can see the blood puddle. That's how you know they're dead. If you want to get used to using the knife, you want to look for the shadows. Chris's shadow and the zombie's shadow. I don't really recommend it unless you're doing a kill-all run. This is just a under 3-hour run. I guess would be the equivalent of an S rank run if this had ranking. That won't show up until 2. But I'm gonna go ahead and hightail it to the Rebecca cutscene.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca. Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the Stars Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but
I see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight.
Alright, so in here is the key, mansion key. We're gonna do some item management. We're done with the knife for now, so put the knife up and the first aid spray. Get us 60 bullets. Gonna equip the gun.
Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
All right, let's do it.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. I have to prepare something. Would you like to go ahead?
So picking yes there secures a good ending for Rebecca without having to save her from hunters. Take the specific path here to avoid these zombies without wasting any ammo. And here we're gonna have to kill some zombies though. For Chris, there's an extra zombie over here. If you press the L1 bumper, you can change your aim. And it looks like... Okay, yeah. Now they're both down. Now, I am playing the original Japanese version with a fan patch on it, which converts it to English. So, enemies take a little less ammo, but following the strategies that I do on here will still be effective for Director's Cut as well. I mean, I still use this routing for Director's Cut, which is the version you'll have on the PS5 or PS4. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this door. We'll come back to it later, just to get those key uses up. Once you use the key all the way, you can discard it. The game will prompt you to discard it, which is very important for Chris's limited inventory. I'm also going to go ahead and go in here to get Rebecca to start practicing the piano.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
I don't know why you would pick no there. I've never even bothered to see what would happen. There's no point in saying no there. Alright, so Rebecca's gonna need some time to do that. So while she does, we're gonna go pick up some stuff. Now that we have the sword key, we can go to the east side of the mansion. Thankfully, when playing as Jill, she has a lockpick, which will allow us to go this way first and get a whole lot of goodies. But Chris requires a little bit of backtracking. Not nearly as bad as Code Veronica, but That's a nightmare to worry about after we get through the first couple games. This is a famous jump scare hallway. Here they are. There is a pretty effective strategy for killing those dogs using the handgun and the knife, but we're not doing a kill-all run, so it's not very necessary. The good thing about the original Resident Evil in comparison to Remake is that when you clear a hallway, it's clear until new enemy types show up, which would be after residents. But if you clear the hallways right now, then the enemies won't respawn. There's no crimson heads or anything like that. And here is the chemical. We need that to get the armor key. So now we're going to go upstairs and make a shortcut from the second floor. We're going to have an overabundance of handgun ammo, so I'm not too worried about wasting. I'm gonna hope we got that guy. Again, check for blood puddles so that you know they're dead, or else they'll grab at your feet if you go too close to them. That one's down. There's another one in this hallway, all the way over here. Great camera angle. I really do love the fixed camera angles. The tank controls, I don't find them to be too difficult. I never did. I know some people have difficulty maneuvering them. Maybe the first time you try to get used to them, it could be a little tricky, but I think that especially depending on what controller you're playing. PlayStation controllers especially have good D-pads for tank controls. Xbox, not so much, in my opinion. But for this PC version, I'm using a Razer Xbox controller that has exchangeable D-pads, and it is by far the smoothest experience I've ever had with using a controller for tank controls. Outside of probably just using a PlayStation 2 controller, which might be the best controller for Resident Evil games. PS4 is pretty good too. The D-pad on that's not bad. And we can go ahead and finish Rebecca. Once you go to the main hall, Rebecca finishes playing, so you can just come back whenever.
Chris! Chris! You like it?
Oh, that was great.
What is that?
So the solution for this puzzle is swapping out the dining hall shield for the gold shield. And as you probably figure, we're going to put the gold shield where the dining hall shield goes. This puzzle does translate over to Remake. And we can actually do some stuff over here first. put the blue jewel in that we got from pushing the statue down in the balcony. And we get 1 out of 4 crests. For those who played a remake, they'll remember these crests for having a different purpose. But in this one, it's a bit more simple. This is overall a more simplified game in comparison to remake, but not in a bad way. This game's still very enjoyable. We use the chemical, sort of pesticide, to kill the tentacles coming out of the fountain here. We get the armor key. This key's pretty handy. It's going to allow us to get the shotgun, among other things. But the shotgun's pretty... We had to get the broken shotgun for another old switcheroo type of puzzle. All the way back at the east side of the mansion. And let's see what we got here. No, I'm not gonna worry about the shotgun shells just yet. We're gonna open this up, but we're not gonna get the key just yet. We need an open inventory slot right now. We'll grab this key later when we come back here. I'm gonna actually go upstairs since we've already killed the enemies this way. I'm also going to go ahead and open these doors so that we can put the key up when we go to the item box. Hopefully we killed the zombie here. We did. Good. The other zombies in this hallway are going to despawn later, so whenever we do need to go down there, so nothing to worry about. And we got a lot of extra ammo, so we can use what we have to pop off the zombies in this area, since we need to come around here quite a bit. Not too close for comfort. Alright, that one's not down. Now it's down. Oh, we got maybe enough for this one. Down. Not an entirely necessary step, but just to save some shotgun shells for later. Well, now that we got the shoddy, we can make our way to the item box. Alright, we're going to put up the handgun. We don't need it anymore. Should be done with the key too. Should be all that we need. And we're gonna go get the other key and some extra shotgun shells. Go ahead and do this puzzle room. Only requires one open inventory slot. Alright, so this puzzle is pretty straightforward. You push the statues over the vents here. If I can push it. That one you just push over. This one's a little more finicky. Has to be just right or it'll gas you. I usually like to push it up and see that it's too far up, so then push it down, and that should be good, hopefully. Perfect. We gotta go back and grab the key before going into the snake room. Good old Jan. Grab the key. And we can grab the extra shotgun shells that are back here. Doesn't really matter too much when you grab them. Now is probably a decent time to grab them, since when we come back to the mansion we'll kill a few hunters and then grab the magnum. But it's only, this isn't even a necessary pickup. This is optional, but if you feel like you need more shotties, just to show you where they are, this is also the room with the famous Itchy Tasty file. Hold up, pop, decaps all the time. Well, one of the things that's very satisfying about the original Resident Evils is how easy it is to get a decap on a zombie. It does get a lot trickier later on in the So in the Chris run, we passed Richard's corpse. Just a little cutscene. He's already dead. Nothing to do about that. Richard is doomed to die. It's just his fate. There's a zombie in here, so go straight to the stairs and you'll be fine. This key has one use. The shield key. So for Jan, wait for him to hiss. then run all the way over here to grab the crest. This is a pretty common speedrun strategy. Well, maybe not even speedrun, but pretty common no damage strategy. Wait for Jan to get bundled up there. His tracking is determined to go to you. Run, squeeze right between his head and border. Don't worry, if you get a little stuck there, you'll get out eventually. Grab these extra shotties, and that's all there is to the first boss in Resident Evil. Head down here. So now we have a lot of shotties. And we can head on out. We've basically finished Mansion 1. Now we have extra shotties, we can actually make things a little bit easier for us in the next couple areas. Not too many actual enemies you need to kill for the sake of getting under 3 hours. I mean, even in all enemy kills can be done in under 3 hours if you know where you need to go. The game itself isn't that long in general. Alright, so the solution here, you click on the paintings that go through the stages of life, starting with a newborn, an infant, a lively boy, young man. There's a place you can go, I say, young man. Alright, and then tired middle-aged man. And then lastly, old man. Or bold-looking old man. Then the painting. So if you do it wrong, the railing that those crows are standing on, they get a little shock of electricity that aggroes them, and then they'll attack you. Don't explain me how it works, that's just how it works. And we clear this out, so nice. Now there is a dog in here. We probably could kill it, but let's see where it's standing. I don't know if I like this. I don't like it. But we might still be able to get out of this unscathed. Let's just smash that triangle or your status screen. Get ready to go to the door. Ooh, we got lucky there. So far it's been a no damage run, so that's good. Make sure we push this here. Get the crank. My least favorite thing in Resident Evil are pushing puzzles. Also, don't forget to grab the small key for more shotgun shells later on. So, as I said, the game developers hate Chris. So there are more dogs in this room than there would be for Jill. But you know what? We can go ahead and pop them. Oh, there goes no damage. It's okay, there are 3... Wow, okay. Well, that didn't do a lot of damage, but it sure wasn't nice, was it? Yeah, we got multiple hits, though. So, that... that wasn't supposed to happen, but you can just walk through here. It's a little trickier, though, because there's more dogs, and if you walk around a dog, they won't... If you walk in a room that has dogs, they won't get aggroed until you get close to them. But as I said, there's more dogs in there. It's a little bit trickier, and that's a good area to have cleared off anyway, because we got stuff to do there, but Now that I've lost no damage, I don't... now I don't care as much. Though it is still impressive to make note of how many hits Chris took with actual minimal damage. He was only at yellow caution. Or yellow fine, as it is in this game. So there will also be 3 zombie dogs in this area for Chris. Just gonna zoom on through. They're all by the door, God. And once again, there are 3 dogs here. Scoot on by them. And one right by the door. Push this statue up twice. And then push it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pushes? Yep, 15 pushes. Perfect. There's a save room in here. I'm not making a save, but feel free to make any saves that you feel necessary. Saves do not count against you, and you don't get anything extra for it either. But this game's short enough to where I feel comfortable burning through it without saving in one sitting. Go an extra first aid spray for the final boss, just in case he doesn't want to play nicely. And put the crank up for now. We'll get it later. We don't need it for a good bit. First, we're gonna go into this room. Now, the room with the double red doors, don't need to go in there. It's to get a puzzle solution, but there's no need for it when I have the answer already for you. There's also spiders in there, and it's kind of, could be kind of a scary room. I'm gonna grab all this. There's a key here as well. More shotgun shells. Some of these desks have shotgun shells. Some of them have ink ribbons, and then later on there'll be 1 or 2. One that has magnum rounds, maybe 2. One I know for sure. We'll get an overabundance of magnum rounds though. Don't worry about that. We'll probably have like 10 of them left over at the final boss. After the final boss, I should say. Put that up, and we'll get the control room key. We need that. Now we can go to this side of the residence. And of course, this is Resident Evil, so we need to get another key before we can use the key we got. So I gotta go in here first. In this room, there are Japanese hornets. I'm not sure if it's necessarily the murder hornet, but it is a type of Japanese hornet, which is still terrifying, especially those things are juiced up on T-virus. That is a horrifying thought, actually. I don't like anything with a stinger. Yet, I'm fine with spiders. I don't get it either. So we go in here, and we'll use our small key here as well. Get more shotgun shells. Wonderful. We're gonna push this once, push this one over once, and go down the ladder. So push that box up about 3-ish times, then push it all the way to the end of the wall, and then we'll push it down. You gotta push it all the way down, but a good chunk, just to make this a little bit faster. So this is my least favorite pushing puzzle in the game. The one in the lab I'm fine with. That one takes a little bit of thinking. This one's just pushing boxes down. So this room's a little bit trickier for Chris. When you play as Jill, you get a cutscene that showcases that there's a zombie shark, a T-virus shark called Neptune down here. Chris, we don't get that. With Chris, these zombie sharks are already aggroed, T-virus sharks, and we gotta kind of just run around them. They're all kind of just there waiting for us around the corner. Use that and go through here. So you have a much higher chance of getting bit as Chris than you do as Jill. There's actually no chance in getting bit as Jill. Push this button on the wall here. Kind of hard to tell. I missed it. I know I missed it my first time playing this game way back when. And it tells you that there's a sound next door. We get some extra goodies. There's ammo and a key that we need to progress. But look at all these shotgun shells we have. My goodness. There's a key here. Kind of hard to see, but there should be a little glint. Shimmer from the light. See our fish out of water as we turn this corner here, flopping around. Now we get to go to the next boss battle. This time we actually have to fight it. And it's, of course, not as easy as it is with Jill. Place the red book in here, and our little secret door will open. And boss fight.
Rebecca, no, it's no use. The roots of it are in the basement. Keep it long.
Chris!
Take this file with you. Use the information in it in order to make the potion and kill the root. Rebecca, please.
Chris! Don't die!
So if Chris gets bit by Yawn back in the beginning, then you actually play Rebecca to get him the antidote. But this would be the second time playing Rebecca, but for us it's our first time, so we didn't get bit by Yawn. 1, 2, 5, 4 is the solution here. So V-Jolt, the solution's written on the wall right there. It's just adding numbers together. Nothing too complicated. We're gonna go ahead and grab a red here. Grab a red. And over here, if you can let me get this bottle. See how fast I can make this green. Grab this extra bottle. This other bottle. So mix the red with water, and then mix that with green, and then get us another red. Another green. And we can go ahead and get another water as well. Now mix the red with the green. Mix that with the solution. We get 13. Now we just need another red. Alright, and then mix that with this water. Mix it all together and V-Jolt. Now this doesn't kill the boss, unfortunately, but it will weaken it, I suppose. It takes about 4 or 5 shotgun shells to kill the boss. Plant 42. The boss name. I like that in the novelization of this game by S.D. Perry, which tries to combine both scenarios to give this game a canon ending, because there is no canon ending in this game. When you get best ending for Chris, you get Rebecca and Jill surviving, but no Barry, even though Barry survives in the canon. And for Jill, Barry and Chris survive, but no Rebecca. So it's interesting that there is no canonical ending in the game itself. But maybe you can stitch together the ending cutscenes to make one definitive ending, who knows. Also, just pour this down here. But yeah, according to the novel, this would be happening at the same time that Jill and Barry would be in the mines, which is actually pretty interesting to think about. So pause after shooting to shoot faster. And you see it took about, what, 4 shots? Take the boss out and grab the key. If that dog hadn't hit me, it'd still be no damage, but isn't that unfortunate?
Oh, I can't believe it. Are you okay?
Yeah, so much for him. We got to the root of the problem. Saved again.
I just...
Really, thank you.
You'd do the same for me, wouldn't you?
I guarantee it.
Well, Chris, this is Richard's radio. We received communication from Brad at the courtyard a little while ago, but he is still flying around in the sky. He obviously couldn't hear our voices. Maybe his radio is broken.
I see. Understood. I'll keep it. We should somehow let Brad know we're here.
pharmaceutical room I found a little while ago. I think I will be able to make something. Anyway, Chris, I'm glad you're safe.
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill, we don't have many bullets left, and we can't even protect ourselves. We're still in trouble. Chris, there are a lot of locked rooms in that house. Check them out one more time. There must be a place to hide safely. I'll look around the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
Squish, squish. Should have went for the third one. And I don't think we need to make a stop at the item box. Nope, we're good. So we're just gonna head on back to the mansion.
This is Brad. I know you can't answer me, but somehow, give me a phone.
This is Chris. Brad, can you hear me? Damn!
So if you click the radio there, you get a little extra cutscene. In case you're wondering what all the hell that beeping was. And, well, the dog got aggroed right away. Thankfully, we cleared this other area, so nothing to worry about there. This is where the game starts to get pretty damn tricky now that we have a new enemy type showing up. And this area is clear. Gonna frolic all we want. I believe the dog has despawned in this area as well. Yes. We replace with another enemy later. Make sure we're loaded. Get ready to shoot after this cutscene here ends. Pop him. Doesn't kill him, but it stuns him. We can unlock this. Don't go in there yet. Whoa, holy. Yeah, hunters aren't fun. Also, be warned, they have a move that can decapitate you, which means if your health is in orange caution-ish, they can kill you in one hit. It looks pretty cool, though, if you ever feel like saving and checking out the animation. But, actually, I don't even need to do that for this guy. Just pop him. 3 shots and that one's dead. Make sure we're loaded for the upcoming boss fight. Oh fuck, I thought that was his dying animation. We're still in green. So yeah, that's about, what, 6 shots? 5, 6 shots, and the boss is dead. There is a better way of doing that. I should have did it better. I apologize, but... You know, well, as usual, once it starts hissing, that means it's going to attack, so try to run around that. There's a way you can do it from the corner, too. Unfortunately, we only have the shotgun, but when we play Jill, that'll be much easier boss battle. If you hang the corner there, or hang onto the wall there, you can get around that zombie. We gotta be kind of quick about it, though. It's just centimeters. Just to save a shotgun shell. Because we're gonna be unloading quite a bit of shotgun shells onto hunters. There's a small key shining over here. Take that. This guy on the ground here is not for decoration. Wow, really? From that range? I always stand here and pop him. Interesting. Alright, well, I'll be sure to review that. See if I was standing too close. It felt like I was standing where I always do. Either way, you want to pop 1 or 2 shotgun shells in him to make sure he's dead. But there you got to see the stomping animation, I suppose. Oh, this guy's in the way. Go in here. I got some more shotgun shells. Two more cartridges. Holy shit. So there's these 2, and then the battery. We're not quite done yet. We still have a couple things to pick up. Go back here now. We're gonna get our first thing of Magnum rounds. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this guy. He looked at me funny. What's this? Oh, we got some Magnum rounds. Magnum's awesome. Probably my favorite weapon in the game outside the grenade launcher. Which I think I do like the Magnum better than the grenade launcher. But the grenade launcher is pretty stupid busted too, to admit. Are you serious? Just a centimeter too far up. Alright, we gotta reload the room now. I think my best time for Chris so far has been 1 hour and 5 minutes. Let's see if we can do better than that. Obviously, when you play a door skip, I'm not sure what my fastest time with door skip. I know my fastest time with door skip for Jill is like 52 minutes. The door skip doesn't count. I don't know if they have a door skip category for this. I haven't really looked into speedrunning it. I just play it. The only Resident Evil that I really speedrun is remake of 1. Though I'm looking into speedrunning Resident Evil 2. It seems like fun. Well, speedrunning's never fun, but it's satisfying as hell. I'm gonna go through the blue doors again. Now we gotta go back to the kitchen. For Chris, we don't have a rope to climb up, so we just have to go through the kitchen way, which means we have to go through hunters. Wonderful. The fact that a zombie can open a door like that's pretty interesting. Already kind of gives implications of the T-virus being not your standard George Romero zombie. Then again, in Night of the Living Dead, the zombies... Make sure we have at least 5 loaded here. The zombies still had human qualities to them. Early progression. 3, one's dead. He jumped. He jumped again. Usually that guy goes down. Usually this room is handled in 5 shots. I'm not quite sure why that one took so many this go around. Be careful now that they can kill us. That one's jumping. Well, this one's not a necessity. The one in front of us was a necessity. That one, not so much. This one coming up is pretty tricky, too. This is our last tricky hunter kill. Let's kill this guy. Alright. Life's about to get easier for us now. We're gonna use the key up. The red jewel. Yep, okay. So go straight for the stairs. This next hunter, we're gonna shoot it once. Stun it. I fucked up. I fucked up the tank controls. There I was talking about how good tank controls were, and had to go and embarrass myself, but it's alright. That was entirely my fault. You just want to shoot it once, it'll get stunned, and then go through the door. Don't mess up like I did. That will be our last use of the shotgun, too. About to get the Magnum now that we have the red jewel. Pretty much cleared the way back. I mean, there's still enemies to dodge, but nothing too drastic. Pick up these extra shotgun shells if you want. Not necessary, since we're not using the shotgun anymore in this game, but... why the hell not? They're there, aren't they? Alright, get ready to run as soon as we're out of this door. Down the stairs. And then we're going to go to the item box in here. And let's see, we're gonna put... I'm gonna grab a first aid spray. To use that. Put the crank up. Put the Mo disc up for later. Grab the crank, we're gonna need that. But I didn't like my health being that low around hunters, so I went ahead and healed back to top tip-top condition. Let's go and get the Magnum. And there's still a hunter all the way back there. But the red jewel here will get us the Magnum. Much easier than in Remake. I'm gonna go ahead and equip it. The Magnum kills a hunter in 1 shot. Director's cut, it might be 2 shots. Still fine though, because we'll have an overabundance of Magnum rounds. So now we're just gonna go out through the dining hallway. Since we cleared this hallway. The only times I really mess up Chris's run is usually with the hunters. They're a lot easier to get around with Jill, as is everything else in this game. But now we have the crank and the battery, so now we just need to go to Spencer's office. And actually, don't go up the stairs, because there are hunters up there that we didn't kill. So we're going to go down this way, because the zombie dogs have despawned and are replaced with a new enemy type. One that is far easier to run around. Not that. And that, of course, would be a warning for anybody with arachnophobia. Here come the giant spiders. Excuse me. Spiders are pretty useless in this game. The only real spider that's a challenge is in Leon B and Resident Evil 2. Oh, there's a hunter in this room. So Chris aimed at the wall. I should have been further out. But I've had that happen before where he aimed at the wall and shot and it didn't do anything because he was aiming at the wall. I don't know exactly why he did it there. I guess I should have been further out. Pop that one. We're going to go in here. So far we've wasted one magnum round, but it's okay. There's more on this desk here. So many magnum rounds. And, I mean, 'cause it's the strongest weapon, so it's a lot when you consider the weapon itself. But we've got the Doom book. We got the battery and the crank. We have everything we need. We're done with the mansion. We're done with the mansion for Chris. Alright, hang this wall here. Dodge. It's pretty consistent. I haven't been hit there. We did kill the zombie dogs in this room, so we're fine for a good bit. Always like to turn there before running because of the snakes falling. And there are still some mean zombie doggos in here, so be careful. Okay, we got kind of lucky with their placement, actually. Maybe we'll see how lucky. Yep, we're good. Sometimes they can be right by where you need to put the battery, and that can be pretty annoying. I think there have been runs where I've actually just used the Magnum on the zombie dogs, and I still had a lot of ammo to spare. So this game's very forgiving. Don't let anyone scare you into saying that this game is too hard or that it's aged poorly. It's neither of those. And there's still a lot of enjoyment just in the corny voice acting and everything. It's just a fun game. When video games were video games, you know? Yeah, that'd be right there. So yeah, pop. Use the crank to get the water back up, and then we're gonna go down here. We've opened a new pathway. Don't know what the dog is. That one was right in front of me. That was unfortunate. And here we are at the mines, inching closer and closer to the end of the game. Actually, we're about 85% done with the game now, if not 90. Mines are pretty straightforward. No Lisa Trevor bullshit to worry about.
Enrico!
Don't come any closer, Chris.
Wait, what happened?
Double crosser!
Don't!
Hell. Umbrella.
Who is it? Is someone there? Double crosser? What did he mean by that?
Famous last words, hell umbrella. 2 hunters in here for Chris. Got one down. Another one's coming. Got it. Grab the crank. This is the square crank. I believe it's a different shape than the one we grabbed for the... I messed up the run there, so I went ahead and popped him. Supposed to hang the wall. You can pop them for insurance anyway. Again, so many Magnum rounds. Just try not to waste too many. But that 100 is definitely dodgeable. That's a hexagon. Alright. Apparently I can't use it even though I was lined up with it. Grab this flamethrower. Gonna need it for later. And here is Chris's first canonical encounter with the boulder. Now, there's a hunter in here, and depending if you go this way first or that way first, will depend where it spawns. We're gonna go here to pick up Magnum rounds. Pick these up. Wait for it to jump. That one I think always jumps. Just pop it when it lands. Alright, now this is gonna be a little bit tricky. Next boss fight, Black Tiger. We're not gonna kill it, but we're gonna use it to open the door for us. We'll spit his little acid out. Make him do it right there at the front door. With all the webs on it. Oh. Oh, did he hit us? He's a little too close. But he opened the door for us. His animation kind of stuttered there for a bit. That was interesting. Debated if I want to put the flamethrower down before going in here. Alright, we're gonna put the old crank up. We don't need that anymore for this game. Everything else we do need to hold on us though. Grab a first aid spray to put in the item box. If it'll let me. Just in case Tyrant doesn't want to play nice. Tyrant is a bit trickier to kill with Chris than with Jill. I'll admit. Snakes. When you come back through here. You had to actually inspect it to put the flamethrower down. You can't just do it through the status menu. Go up first. And this takes an unholy amount of time. How to do this 3 times. Alright, wonderful. Now, of course, we had to go up here and trigger the boulder. actually go through the door as the boulder's rolling. Alright, this puzzle's pretty simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a little more. Make sure that you're lined up with it because it's a little tricky. Alright, now we've done that. Push this all the way to where the texture on the floor changes. And there's our second key for the lab. So technically we have everything we need to go to the end of the game, but we're going for best ending, so we needed to trigger that boulder. Because doing so allows us to go back here and grab the second mode disc. It's 2 out of 3. And now we're going to go to the lab at the end of the game. I believe it's the blue one on this side. And then the red one on the other side. Make sure to just examine it. Here we are at the first lab in Resident Evil. Got our item box, and we will put the crank up forever and ever. Grab the mode disc. Perfect. Shouldn't need to shoot anything for a bit. Around these guys. We're gonna go downstairs first. Whoops. I'm gonna go back there. So the fan patch has a door skip, and if you accidentally press a button, it does door skip, and I don't know how to turn that off. That just voided any possibility of this being a run. So this computer here has a startup screen, and you can actually skip it by holding the buttons. I just hold the confirm and run button. Login is John. Ada is the password. An Easter egg for 2 that's not even really an Easter egg because I didn't know that Ada was going to be a character yet. Then V2 requires a password. Password is mole. And then B3 doesn't need a password. I like that Chris takes the time to turn the computer off. If I was in his situation, I would just leave it. After getting what I needed. Now we can go back upstairs. Leave around this zombie. I'm gonna pop this one. A little too close for comfort. Grab the last Mo disc. We have everything we need to save Jill, and we just have to use them. the lab key. And we're done with this floor. Pop the zombie. Use the lab key. That zombie was literally just right there. Usually you can run straight for the save room, but that one was already moving. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. I used to be very nervous about the upcoming room, but I feel far more comfortable with it now. But I am going to grab a first aid so that we don't have to come back in here after turning the elevator on. Of course, there are more zombies in here than there are for Jill as well. So here's the Chimera room. Fucking hate these guys. I got caught up on the corner there, so of course that happened. That door needed a lot of precision apparently. Why can't I? There we go. Use the first mode disc here. I guess the third one. Whatever. I believe a Chimera dies in one Magnum, but I find it more dangerous to try and shoot one than to just dodge them. And that's the Chimera area. It's dodgeable, but it can be tricky at parts, especially if you get hung up on the geometry. Anyway, here comes a long cutscene.
Chris!
Rebecca, you're safe.
I saw you in the garden. I've caught up with you at last.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Don't go out alone.
Yes, sir.
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Now you're wrong. I was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you, vigilante stars.
Now, the worst possible situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological weapon, polluting the entire lab.
No, the worst happened with the tyrant virus. I lost some of my STARS team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Really?
Yeah, like this.
Rebecca!
Don't move! If you do, I'll kill you. Chris, I have something to show you. Now, walk.
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant. Rick? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not. Go to hell. Jill will join you too.
What?
Don't come this way! No!
You can't kill me.
So you have to adjust your aim every time you shoot Tyrant. Also, it's 3 or 4 Magnum rounds, and you have to re-equip your Magnum. It looked like it was 3. Let's turn that on so we can get out.
Wow.
Ha! It seems like this bulletproof jacket is pretty strong.
I see.
How about Captain Wesker?
He is sleeping with the ultimate failure. Hurry up. I want to get out of here.
Excuse me, Chris.
What, Rebecca?
I saw a research file in this lab. It said that a great deal of research on the Tyrant virus exists right here. We should blow this place up.
We are already into it over our heads. Rebecca, can you do it?
Yes, sir. I'll set off a triggering system for a bomb.
Okay. Now we have a chance to escape. See you outside the house.
Alright, well, we can't exactly leave just yet, because we still need to go and save Jill, just to secure that good ending, or sorry, best ending. Which means we have to do the last block pushing puzzle. And as I said before, this one I actually kind of like, since it requires a little bit of thought process to it. Just push this one up a little bit, and then cover the vent. Push this one up. I'm not entirely sure what the fastest way to do this puzzle is. This is the way I know how to do it. I'm sure there's probably a speedrun way of doing it much faster than this. This is a pretty standard way of solving it. No extra steps necessary or anything. It's just straightforward. And of course, more Magnum rounds. Put the mode disk in this computer. And we got one more, and then Jill is safe. Unlock this.
Has now been activated. All
choose to go to the direction of that Chimera, because that dodge seems more safe than getting jumped on the back by it. Go in this room here. We're gonna get to have some fun now. It's like 5 or 6 zombies in here, but pop, pop. Yeah, plenty of magnum rounds to spare. It's the last computer. And now we've got everything we need to get Jill. Great escape music playing right now.
Jill, are you there?
Chris?
Jill, you're all right.
Yes. Wesker is here. He's...
Oh, I know. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Let's get going.
So it takes about 5 magnum rounds to defeat Tyrant. So as long as you have that many, you should be fine. Meaning that I'm going to pop these zombies in here. There's only 3, I think.
Let's get going.
And for safety, grab first aid. I used one, didn't I? Just in case Tyrant doesn't want to play nicely.
This is Brad. I have a fuel shortage. Okay, this is the last try. If somebody's alive, please send this sign.
There is 3 minutes until explosion. I made it! I set off the triggering system to the bomb!
Great! Rebecca, Brad's up in the helicopter.
Look at those monsters!
Let me take care of them. Chris, get in contact with Brad right away.
Okay.
So grab the flare, then use it around here-ish. So much of that timer is comprised of cutscenes. Well, this has been the Chris run. Thank you all for watching, and feel free to enjoy the credits and see. You can see what my time is at the end of that. And I will see you all in the Jill run. Enjoy the credits.